Just before 5 o'clock is when this all started, and here we are 2 hours later, and all lanes of I-5 are still closed for those of you traveling in Tacoma. This is a look out near South 84th Street, where on the southbound side you can see this tractor here, but you still see the WSP car blocking the southbound lanes. Going northbound is where most of the impact happened this morning. So you can see this semi-truck, actually the driver hit the barrier earlier this morning, and then this trailer burst into flames. Unfortunately, we have learned the driver has died. So this all started just before 5 o'clock this morning. This is a look at where everything is going on. Some alternate routes you can think about this morning is using South Tacoma Way or Yakima Street if you're going southbound, and hopping onto I-5 after that. If you're going northbound, Gravelly Lake Drive is by that point you want to start thinking about making your exit this morning. But again, this is having a huge impact, so we'll talk more about those drive times coming up in just a few moments.
Thank you, Shantae. And Savannah Welch is live on the ground in Tacoma, right by I-5. So, Savannah, what are you seeing from where you are?
Well, Christine, since we've been here, cars have been slowly moving. There's been some slow progress. Right behind me is northbound I-5. Cars are able to come off of this exit to Hosmer Street. So they've been able to successfully move people along, but this is in a really tough spot. On the other side of that truck, that yellow truck right there that's coming through, is the semi that would burst into flames this morning that was involved in this crash. It was smoking when we got here early this morning. Take a look at what this looked like. This was around, as Shantae said, about 4:45 a.m. this morning when this happened. State troopers say the driver hit a barrier on northbound I-5 and died. Troopers say that when the truck hit that barrier, concrete debris and a light pole connected to the barrier went into the southbound lanes, and that caused damage to some cars, which is why they closed both southbound and northbound lanes. They tell us that nobody was injured, but again, this was a very difficult spot to get to for crews. We talked to a state trooper earlier, about 30 minutes ago. Take a listen to what he said.
Any place there's a fully blocking collision on I-5, it's not a good place to have a crash. This place specifically, it was difficult for crews to arrive on scene just due to the traffic backups that had already started on the northbound side. We're thankful that Tacoma Fire was able to get here as soon as they were and start extinguishing those flames to limit the danger to other drivers on the roadway.
This is a miles-long backup. I mean, it's right now 7:04. This happened just before 5, so several hours ago. This was around 84th. The trooper told me that they're investigating this, but right now traffic is being diverted off to 84th northbound and 74th southbound. They say this is an extended and extensive investigation because they're still trying to figure out more about the driver, what caused them to crash this morning. They also don't know and can't confirm what was inside of the semi-truck when all this happened and how much is still left. It sounded like the debris that went into the southbound lanes was not from what was inside the semi, but just that debris from the barrier and then the light post as well. So they're continuing their investigation. They didn't really give a time on when this will wrap up, as there's a lot to pick up. They still have to remove the truck itself and tow it off of the scene. So a lot of work that still needs to be done. And again, traffic is very slow going. So make sure you can find alternative routes, or Shantae's talked about that this morning. Just find alternative ways to get around because this closure is extensive. Christine.
Okay, Savannah, thank you very much. We'll check in throughout the morning.